President Trump calls for peace between Iran, Israel, after attacks on US base. Oh wow. So the attack is US base. And then he's calling for peace. That is so unlike Trump. Are you sure he's really calling for peace? Okay. United States President Donald Trump has called for peace and harmony in the Middle East. It's always the Middle East. Between Israel and Iran after the latter fired ballistic missiles at the US airbase in Qatar. Oh, okay. The US airbase in Qatar. Okay, I thought it was US Congo. The US president said Tehran launched 14 missiles at the Al Udeid military base in Qatar in response to US airstrikes over the weekend, but they said they were very weak and did not harm any American and did hardly any damage. In a post on his Truth Social account, he also appeared to signal that Washington will not retaliate, adding that he would encourage Israel, which bombed Iran on Monday, to make peace. Thanking Iran for giving us early notice of the attack, Mr. Trump said Iran has officially responded to obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which we expected and have very effectively countered. He continued, I am pleased to report that no Americans were harmed and hardly any damage was done. Most importantly, they've gotten it all out of their system and there will hopefully be no further hate. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region. I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Trump added in a subsequent post, congratulations world, it's time for peace. Earlier, it emerged with Iranian officials that warned both Qatar and the US that it would strike the Al Udeid base in a bid to minimize casualties and potentially avoid further escalations. Trump was in the White House's Situation Room as the attack unfolded. Iran reached up the operation promise of victory, then publicly vowed to cripple more US bases, an apparent attempt to project strength to people in Iran. Oh, that was why Trump was saying that, US bases in Nigeria, US people in Nigeria should not go to military bases and all of that. Okay, and Wahala be like bicycle. However, a senior Iranian official later told Reuters that Tehran was ready to begin diplomacy after punishing the aggressors. So people are tired. Now, wow, you want to begin diplomacy, no be small thing. Well, Atare Cotton says, Oga saw the handwriting on the wall, no be small. Ahmed Ibrahim says, so Israel alone failed badly. Operation Rising Lion is now Operation Begging Lion for help. Ahmed Mohammed says, those who know the Iranian people and their history know that the Iranian nation isn't a nation that surrenders. They don't surrender. Yeah. So, as Ezekiel says, only the wise can interpret these calls, but the fools will think that it is begging. Exactly. Begging. It's not begging. Trump will beg. It's not. He just doesn't probably want problem. Or he's just trying to tell them, okay, you have done your own. I've seen it. Okay, I'm going to let people relax more, and then he's going to attack them. But the way he was even saying it was sarcastic. Oh, thank you, Iran, for telling us that you want to attack the US base. And then even your attack, it didn't do anything. No life was lost. No harm was done. But don't worry, we are going to do our own back in a subtle way. Like he didn't say we are going to attack you back, but it is well. Let's just keep waiting, Sha. It is well. At Dini James says Trump has just praised Iran and asked them to come to the negotiating table. It looks like there will be no boots on the ground of Netanyahu wants. Perhaps Iran hasn't finished sending its missiles. It is well. Issa Beya says, I thought I just read that Putin was going to mediate. Putin has he mediated the issue in his own country? Has he stopped fighting with Ukraine? It is well. Abaka says, the man finally ran from the battlefield. Iran won. Oh, you think so? You think so? Hey, I beg you. Wale Sadiku says, smart president. Mission successfully accomplished. The Dr. Karare says the old man saw the most dangerous missile and he confused. Who told you that US doesn't have the kind of missiles that would destroy Iran? It's like people don't know US, so what are people saying? I beg you. Asasi says the call for peace after mission has been accomplished. Hey, it is your Prince says he didn't call for peace, he only tried to inform them to embrace peace and harmony. That's the only option left for them as they have lost and wasted all their weapons. The statement is sweet as honey. Exactly, probably. You are using your missiles. When you finish it now and you've run out of missiles, I will go and bring our own, and I'm sure that US, they have a truckload of weapon. If Trump brings out his weapon, I beg go. Saga Waziri says, when you dare the great Iran, great Iran call, great Irani. Hello. At Ugo Andrew says, this is the way to go. Even the Bible says, pursue peace with all men. I'm so proud of President Trump with his peace move. Okay. Abdulbashir says, the person Bibi is begging to help fight for him is now begging for reconciliation. Bibi won't like this. Adam S. says, after Rising Lion became Running Lion and US come and help me, now US come to help but say, I can't. Let's reconcile. I want peace. Indeed, Iran is a great. I salute Iranians. For now, Iran won the war. Okay, now. Umar Farouk says, today some of our colleagues Southeast can't sleep well because the news is not suiting them well. Wahala, no be small thing. Isa Mohammed says, the only nuclear we have in Nigeria is nuclear family. Abego. Hey God. Adelina says, the world is naturally a jungle. It takes a nation that has a good mix of strength and conscience to maintain an orderly world. Otherwise, there will be global anarchy. So, nothing is going to happen, Joe. Sapburu says, remember I said we will decide on attacking Iran in 2 weeks' time and we'll surprise them in 2 days later. So don't be surprised if the USA attack Iran tomorrow or next. After all this phase, I'm telling you. Because that Trump, I don't really trust him. He could attack them. He could. That man. Mohammed Ngo says, we don't want the peace, we want problems. Say the army chief in Tehran. Atinezi says, now he will calm down. Oh, really? I really just think Trump is sarcastic. I really just think he's sarcastic. Well, let's see, Sha. My listeners, over to you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.